So guys, I was originally going to be making this video to talk about why Fortnite Chapter 1, or why I think it's never going to return after this season, and why I think, and what my opinions are on that, right? But not long ago, we got it confirmed, we got confirmed to us that OG Fortnite will be happening again in 2024. So we'll be getting the OG map again in 2024. Unless they end up changing their plans or something, that is what's going to be happening. So I'm going to be explaining what my opinions are on it and why I think they might be doing this. The first reason is how many players are going to be playing the game. If there's barely any at that time, right, or if they're getting low numbers compared to what they'd normally get, then they might bring it back to get more players to come back, because that certainly worked this month of November, because they had probably, I think it was their highest month ever for Fortnite, or at least in the past few years, right? And that was 100 million players in a month of November. 100 million different players, not even just like 100 million different, like, or 100 million times one or two people like went online, right, in that month of November. It's how many separate players, right? It's how many separate players went on, right? So it definitely worked for November, so it would work again, I think. So another reason might be if it's the end of the storyline. If it's the end of the storyline, they might just put the different maps on rotation and maybe even give us an extra map every so often, right? Because if the game ends, if the storyline ends, then they're not really going to have many reasons to bring back old maps other than just putting the maps on rotation. And like maybe one year it is one map and then the next year it's a different map or something. Or every 3 months is a different map or something, right? So it's a bit more fresh and a bit of and a bit different for Fortnite, because there'd be no storyline, which would already be a difference. And then all of a sudden, now the maps are on rotation, I think people would enjoy that quite a bit. So the third reason, this might be the final reason, I don't know yet, but it's if the storyline depends on it, right? If they come up with like a really good storyline excuse to bring back the old map, then go for it. It's a good idea, and it's a good way to bring back players, like as I said in the first reason. But yeah, go for it. If it's a good storyline reason, then I'd be up for that. I think this time it was a pretty good storyline reason. A time machine and stuff. We didn't expect to come in. We thought the time machine was probably just going to take us to Chapter 5. No, it took us back to OG Fortnite to take us to Chapter 5. Which I think it was quite smart by Epic, and I think they could put it off again with a different excuse. The fourth reason is if a chapter's been delayed. Let's just say at the end of Chapter 5 they're like, oh wait, we need to do another OG Fortnite season because this chapter's been delayed. Or oh, we need to do an extra season because this chapter's been delayed. They could just bring back the OG map, because it isn't that hard. They could just, they only announced OG Fortnite, and leaks only started pouring out like near the end of Chapter 4. So maybe they only had plans for it near the end of Chapter 4. That's my guess, right? So what I'm guessing is that maybe Chapter 4 Season 5 was supposed to happen or something. Or no, Chapter 5 was supposed to happen earlier, but it got delayed. So they decided Chapter 4 Season 5 or an in-between chapter / season could be a OG season of Fortnite. The fifth reason and the final reason is if there's no reason. If there's no reason to bring it back and they just feel like it, if they feel kind enough and they just want to do that, right, then go ahead. I don't think anyone would complain about the OG Fortnite map coming back. And I think no reason would also just be quite a funny reason to bring back the OG map. Just for the sake of it, just bring it back. so people can have a bit more fun and to mix it up a little bit.